Hey everybody, today I want to talk about MAGA and criminality and how it doesn't really seem to be that big of an issue to them. Uh, we heard all about, uh, Hillary Clinton and a private email server and Hunter Biden. Oh my God, Hunter Biden. James Comey with his Columbo level investigative skills really tried to find something there. Uh, But no, criminality doesn't really seem to be that big of a deal. We hear now about how uh, we got all these people deported without due process. They're fine with that. Oh, they're suspected criminals. Because since the Trump administration says they're criminals, they are criminals, and so they got sent to a prison in El Salvador. No due process, but that's okay because they're criminals. And people get all worked up about sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities. First of all, let me tell you one thing about sanctuary cities is that people who are witnesses to crimes in sanctuary cities are a lot more likely to report those crimes uh, since they're not afraid of, have to be afraid of being deported by the police. They're a lot more likely to voluntarily interact with the police and report crimes. And, there's that and a few other things that go along with sanctuary cities. And we hear about, we're told, we're led to believe that they're like hotbeds, dens of criminality. Well, the biggest sanctuary that we have for criminals seems to be the White House. 34-time convicted felon. Y'all were fine with that. In fact, y'all love that. Y'all think that he's pissing off the libs. You know, it's not just the libs. It's anybody who cares about decency. You know, the first time in history that a convicted felon, 34-time convicted felon, became president of the United States, and he's got more felony charges against him than any of these alleged gang members, which we, suppose, but hey, whatever, you know, January 6th rioters, they're about as violent as they came. That's okay. We don't care. Criminality is negotiable. It just all depends on, I guess the shade of skin, you know. Uh, the hypocrisy is just amazing to me. And MAGA doesn't even really care about anything anymore. They have jumped through so many hoops. Now we got possible market manipulation and insider trading going on with the Trump administration. Do you think it's coincidence that he puts out on his minor social media site, which is going to go under any time now, uh, that he puts out, oh, now is a good time to buy, just before he, announces that a 90-day pause, is on these tariffs. He's manipulating the markets, lowering them up and down. Him and his buddies go and buy up stocks cheap when he ruins the markets, and then he, you know, says that he's putting a pause on them, and so the market goes back up, and then they're able to they buy low and they sell high, and he can do it over and over again. He's got a 90-day pause on some of these tariffs. 90 days, we'll be doing this all over again. Criminality, I don't want to hear about MAGA complain about criminals. They don't even support the police. They don't even support the police unless, now, you watch the police kill an unarmed black man, and then they love the police. They back the blue. The rest of the time, they hate them. They hate them. I guarantee you that. You had all these police officers, over 100 of them got injured by the January 6th rioters. Some even died as a result of the actions that were taken that day. Some by suicide. MAGA didn't care. In fact, they've called some of them traitors and have made death threats against them because of them speaking out. They don't care. They don't support law enforcement. They don't even support the military unless it's just some symbolic gesture. I mean, Donald Trump has said, called deceased veterans suckers and losers. I don't get it. What was in it for them? Uh, he's taking away veterans benefits. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Y'all don't even really care. Y'all care about symbolism. Y'all care about some idealism that has faded, decades old, decades long ago, and y'all care about him. Y'all care about him because he pisses off the people that you hate the most. Except that it's not just them that he pisses off. He pisses off anybody with any sense of decency. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave you, MAGA? I'm just saying.